main things that we can drive now human progress. Not only wealth and progress for Israel, but human progress. I'll give you one example, so you'll see, because I don't want to bore you with detailed plans. But they are detailed in my mind. We came out of COVID first. I described that in my book, my conversations with Albert Bourla of Pfizer, and I persuaded him to give tiny Israel the necessary vaccines to get us out first from the COVID. And the reason I could do that is because we have a database. 98%, a medical database, 98% of our population has digitized medical records and little card. And anywhere you go in any hospital in Israel, north, south, doesn't make any difference. Boom, you punch it in and you know everything about this patient for the last 20 years. I said, we'll use that to tell you whether these vaccines, what do they do to people, not individual people, not with their individual identities, but statistically, what does it do to people with, meningitis? What does it do to people with high blood pressure? What is it? You want to know that. So Israel became, if you will, the lab for Pfizer, and that's how we did it. We got it out, and we gave the information to the world. Not only it's been published in medical magazines and so on. That's a database we have.
That's the database we have. Isn't that great? Isn't that just wonderful that he's so generous? I think it's just wonderful. I think it's wonderful.
I intend to bring on that database of personal medical records for an entire population, a genetic database, genomes, okay? Give me a saliva sample, volunteer. But I'm sure most people would do it. Maybe we'll pay them. Now we have genetic record on a medical record of a robust population. You have to have diversified populations. We have people from 100 lands. This is a very powerful engine. Now let pharma companies, let medical companies, let them run algorithms on this database, okay? I'm telling you right away that I'll give preference for a few years to Israeli firms, but you can create, and then to the world, but you can create a biotechnological industry that is unheard of right now, unimagined even. And these are just the examples. So we can become stave off Iran, become a light unto the nations in groundbreaking technologies that will benefit not only Israel, but our neighbors in the Middle East and the entire world, which is what is happening anyway, but bring it to a higher scale. And last, complete the circle of peace with the rest of the Arab world, or most of it, and ultimately achieve a workable peace with the Palestinians. That's on my plate. I mean, it's a pretty heavy plate.
Well, they sound like things that are very much worth getting out of bed to do in the morning, however.
Yeah.
Gosh, and then think that whole interview was with Jordan Peterson. I mean, that is just the icing on the cake there, isn't it? That's incredible. So yeah, that's where we are. I don't know how to say it other than they are misleading the young on purpose on X and elsewhere. They are misleading young parents. They're misleading older parents. They're misleading people that aren't biologists, and they're doing it very, very aggressively. They are being helped by the algorithm. They are being helped by bot armies. They are using every tactic that they can in order to create the illusion that no one is listening to us, everybody's listening to them, and that we are now moving on, and that this technology in its next form will be useful, and we really need to fight against these people because they are all lying, and they are lying because they want to be on the ruling side of things when the collapse happens. I don't know when the collapse is going to happen, but I do know that these people are playing in order that they don't get kicked off of the cruise boat. And that's why they won't address the mystery of the excess deaths. They will not talk about